Welcome back to Sailing Zephyr. Over the last couple of episodes, we returned after 13 months away from sailing, sold our old boat, bought this 1996 Venezia 42 Catamaran, and quickly realized just how much work came with stepping back into life on an older boat again. James has spent the last few days under a pretty stressful timeline trying to get everything ready for launch day, while also dealing with problem after problem behind the scenes. But today is finally the day the boat goes back in the water for the very first time since becoming ours.
Well, good morning, guys. It is the day. As you can see, the travel lift is behind me, and we're putting the new Zephyr in the water. We're putting the Catamaran in the water. I haven't filmed much. I have been furiously working the last 3 days on getting the engines ready, checking hoses, belts, making sure that they're going to run for 8 hours. All kinds of things, just everything you need to do to make sure that's going to motor safely. We got about 8 hours, 40 nautical miles to get around to Hurricane Boatyard. Fingers crossed, goes all right. I've got extra fuel, I've got radios, life jackets, food, water, everything you can think of. The guys here are sliding the lift in, so here we go. So this is a little different than Zephyr. Zephyr's only 13 and 13 and a half feet wide. This thing is almost 23 feet wide, so it's massive. Weather looks good. We're gonna have winds about 10 to 12 knots, but it's gonna be on the side and then up the back for the whole trip down. So, fingers crossed that works. I'd be lying if I didn't say I was super nervous. Obviously, I've never driven this boat. I've driven one like it, but I've never driven this one. These engines haven't ran for a prolonged period of time in a long time, so we shall see. But I'm really, really, really hopeful that it's all gonna go well. Let's go. Let's get into it. Wow, that's always the most nerve-wracking when they pull it off the ground. She's creaking and groaning, but she's in the air. It's so big when you see it like this. It's crazy. So I'm just moving the car out of the yard. They're gonna move this into the other yard across the way, close to the dock, so. Ooh. Man, that's so scary when it wiggles like that. Gosh, that's nerve-wracking. But there's like a bump there. I guess that's why it's doing that. Oh, look at it moving. Oh, man. Oh, wow. It's shifting and shafting in that cradle. God, that's nerve-wracking. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's 29 years old, right? She's probably older than you guys, I'm guessing. Yeah, dinghy's toast. There it goes, first time 3 years. Check the through holes. So I've just been going around the boat, just checking all the through holes. Everything looks good. That's always one of the things you want to do, is double check your through holes when you go back in the water. Make sure you don't have any leaks. Now we're gonna fire up the engines and make sure they're working. All right, we got engine number 1, starboard engine running. We are spitting water, so that's good. We're looking for leaks. Look at that. She is in the water, sitting good. Wow. I cannot believe this is all our boat. This is incredible. Don't get me wrong, she needs some work, a lot. But, man, it's like the dream's slowly coming true here. Anyways, I tested forward, reverse with the throttle on the starboard side. It's great. I just need a wire reconnected on the other side. It's like a little relay, plug and play. I knocked it off, but I don't know which 4 wires go on the relay. I don't want to short anything out, so I'm just waiting for the mechanic to come over and then I can go. All right, well that's it. We are going. I didn't film coming out of the slip. I'm so angry with myself, but it was tricky. We had that sea wind right in the way there. And yeah, it was difficult. So I had to pretty much do it all on one engine because for some reason we're not spitting water on the port side engine. It's running fine, but no water's coming out. Change the impeller, it's fine. It's the water pump spinning. So maybe I've got an airlock there, but I just wanted to get out of the slip and get going. We can run fine on one engine right now. She seems to be running great. I've got the engine hatch open just so I can keep an eye on it and make sure that, you know, everything is okay. But we're rolling! Look at this! And I gotta say, she handles great. Don't know what we're doing for speed, but we're going okay. Man, we are going. Let's just hope we can keep it up. I got no idea what our ground speed is right now. Let's have a look. I got my my phone. We are doing 3.2 knots on one engine. How's that? We're gonna have to speed up a little bit. It's gonna take us all bloody day to get where we're gonna go. All right, here we go. The port engine, I mean, it's running fine. It's just not spitting any water. I checked the impeller, that's all new. Like, I changed it. The belt's fine, it's not slipping. So I might have just an airlock, but I'm just gonna keep going. I'm doing 4.3 knots on one engine. I'm doing 1800 RPMs, so it's quite good. And as I move down the river here, I should get the wind a little bit behind me, so I might even be able to throw out the Genoa, see what kind of shape that sail's in. But so far so good. I got a small water leak just at the exhaust elbow there. So that doesn't bother me too much, as long as it doesn't get worse. But look, if we can do the 8 hours and that's the worst thing that happens, I get a small water leak at the exhaust elbow, that's okay with me. But yeah, otherwise, so far so good. The weather's cooperating. We're kind of going into the wind a little bit at the moment, and then as we turn north up the river here, it should be like on our quarter, and the wind's meant to swing around as the day progresses, and it should be just straight up our backside. So yeah, maybe we try furling out the Genoa. We'll see what happens. But that's our status update. It's gonna be a long day, probably about 9 hours, 10 hours in the water. But so far so good. I tried the autopilot. All the electronics on this boat are brand new, like they've never actually been used in the water. So I think they installed it, but it hasn't been calibrated. So it's gonna be hand steering the whole way. The calibration process needs to be done. Otherwise it's just like, it's everywhere. So that's where we're at. I'm just so happy. So it's a new boat though. It's making a lot of sounds that I'm not familiar with. So this is gonna take time to get used to and understand and all that kind of stuff. So anyways guys, I'll check in with you in a little bit. Engine's running great. Boat handles well. We've got the wind behind us. We got the little swell behind us, and everything's going really good. I got no complaints. Yeah, I don't know. It's just going great. So we've, let's see here. We've gone past Oriental and we're going to be rounding the corner and heading in towards Hurricane Boyard in Bay Borough. So we'll be arriving at about 8:30, which is much earlier than I was anticipating. I thought it was going to be closer to 11, so we're doing pretty good. Just using Aqua Maps on my phone. I got a tablet as well in case that dies. But I know the area really well. We've been up and down this more than a half dozen times, so not much to report. The dinghy is looking pretty sad. If I didn't have the oars in that dinghy, it would pretty much just fold in half. So it's the old dinghy. We're not gonna do anything with it. We got our other one, so we'll probably pump it up, patch it up if it's got a hole, make sure it's good to go with Zephyr. But yeah, we're bringing our dinghy from Zephyr and the good motor we just bought. It'll go on those davits. So, and I'm loving the skylight. It's huge. I got full view of where the main is. I can see the Genoa if it was out. You can actually open this and you can slide it across. Get, you know, the wind in your hair because you can actually stand up through this. So it's all really well thought out, this boat. Somebody's put some great care into making sure that the right options are on there. So other than that, nothing else to report. We'll check back in when we get close to the boatyard. And it's going to be dark, but we'll see how we go. All right, guys.
Unfortunately, by the time James arrived at the marina, it was completely pitch black. And after the last few days of stress, deadlines, and trying to get the boat ready for the water entirely on his own, I think filming was probably the last thing on his mind. But the important thing is, the boat made it safely to a new home, and despite a few issues along the way, the first proper shakedown was a success. And honestly, after everything it took to get to this point, that feels like a pretty huge win for us. Before we finish this episode, there's one more thing we wanted to say. Over the years, so many of you supported us through Patreon and genuinely helped keep this journey going during a time when YouTube was our only income and things were honestly pretty uncertain financially. Your support helped us continue sailing and creating videos, and we'll never ever forget that. But after stepping away this past year, working, rebuilding, and finding new ways to support ourselves moving forward, we've realized we no longer feel comfortable asking our patrons for financial support in the same way. So from now on, Patreon will be completely free. We'll still be uploading videos there early, but now we just want it to be a genuine thank you to all of you who supported us through so many years of this journey. It just feels like the right decision for this next chapter of our lives. More than anything, we just want to say thank you. So many of you stayed with us through every stage of this journey, from the early days when we had almost nothing, right through to this completely new chapter of life we're stepping into now. And honestly, we couldn't be more grateful for that support over the years. So thank you for being there, and we'll see you in the next one.